Valentine's Day. Well, not really. So today we're going to do our budget Valentine's Day dinner. I wanted to get this out good and early because if you want to do what I'm doing, you have time to do that. So if I put this video out days before Valentine's Day, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But let me tell you something. I struck gold again. And that's because I'm always on the lookout. I say things like, Christmas doesn't just sneak up on us, but it usually does, right? So Valentine's Day doesn't sneak up on us. So we know next month is Valentine's Day. We know the next month is Christmas. We know next month is whatever holiday it is. We know it's coming, but usually in that month, the prices go up for some things and down for others. But on some of the things the preceding month, you will find some really good deals. And if it's food, I start looking the month before, so I have an idea of what I want, and I keep my eye out, and I can get the deals. And I did that again in this particular meal. So I'm gonna stop bumping my gums because we got a lot of work to do. So let's get it, let's go. Let's see up those pots, come on. All right, here we go. This is what I bought. I have an issue with the vanilla pudding over there because I was gonna make one thing and then I decided to make something else, and the something else needed chocolate pudding. But when I went to the store, I accidentally bought the vanilla. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch it out for what I have in my house, but I'm still gonna charge myself the, I don't know, it's 90 some cents, whatever it is. I don't even know what I paid for that chocolate pudding. All right, so here we go. I bought the pudding. I got an onion, and I'm charging myself for an onion this time because I don't need it, but I want it, and I'm doing other things for it. And if you want to make it like this, you're going to want it too. I got that T-bone steak back there. Now they're on the thin side. They're a thinner cut. But when I tell you, and I'll pop up on the screen what the deal was I got, I only ended up paying $5. I think it was 23 cents. When you see this, I'll have the proper amount up there. I got some garlic roasted potatoes. Now, I could have gotten a couple of real potatoes, but it ended up costing me more money to buy just like 2 or 3 real potatoes versus buying that. And I got some carrots. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start on dessert because that's going to take the longest. All right, here we go. This is what you're going to need. The confection sugar and the cocoa powder, those are things you could add to it after it's done to jazz it up a bit. So you don't need it. If you don't have it, that's perfectly fine. You could use sprinkles. You could use nothing at all. You could use a chocolate bar. You could do anything. So I'm just have them out there because I may or may not use it and I want to put it out. So we got the sugar, the cocoa powder, you got the pudding, and some heavy whipping cream. This is plant-based so that Eric can have it. I always, 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 always have that in the house. You could use half and half as well. But if you're going to use the milk, you probably would use less because you want this to be real thick. And I'll show you what I mean when we start. All right, here we go. I got my chocolate pudding in the bowl. You don't need a stand mixer to do this. I just feel like using it. It was out from pizza yesterday, so why not? So I put my pudding in here, 3.9 ounce box. I'm going to put a cup of heavy whipping cream in there. And we're going to mix this for about 2 minutes until it gets real thick, like fondant. Basically, that's what we're, kind of making. So I'm going to put this down and we're going to start mixing it on a low speed for 2 minutes. All right, there we go. 2 minutes like that. I'm stopping to scrape down the sides, anything that gets in there. There we go. All right, and that's what it's supposed to look like, nice and smooth. I'll zoom you in just a moment. See how that looks? That's what you're looking for. Let's give it a taste, see what it tastes like. Oop, stuck my whole finger in there. That's really good. That's really chocolatey. I forgot to mention, at this point, when you are mixing it, you can add nuts, almonds. You could add chips, whatever you want to put in there. Sprinkles, I don't care. But we didn't have that, so I'm not doing it because they're not really pantry staples. You could also add chocolate to these when you're done. I do have some stuff left over from Christmas. I'm going to decide whether or not I want to do one or two just so I can show you guys how to make it. Not that that's how I exactly want it. All right, so now I'm going to scrape down the whisk here, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator covered and let it get cold so we can form it into balls. All right, that's what it looks like when it's all in the bowl, thick. That was a bear to get out of that bowl. It really stuck to the sides. But let's put that in the refrigerator and let it get cold. All right, the onion. I'm going to use this for two things. I'm going to make onion rings, and we're going to have onions with our steak. So I'm going to cut off the end, but I'm cutting off as little as possible because I don't want to waste it. Okay? And these onions lately, every one I buy seems to be like they're just this side of done. Like getting ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in the rings, and we're going to see which are the best onion ring looking things, and then the rest we'll just use as fried onions on the steak. Let me just get this out of this wrapper, or the skins. I can't get a good angle. All I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this onion down into like ringlets. And then we're just going to push them out like that. And I like the more inner circles than the outer circles, like these ones. I would more use these for while I'm pan frying them. So I'm going to get a bunch like that, and then I'm going to pick out which ones I like the best. So I'm going to do the whole onion like that. I should have got out my, what do they call that, where you could shave it off. There we go, but much better. I want to save the real good ones because we want the best ones to top our steaks. All right, onward, forward. All right, so I got a bunch of the onions cut up into rings. No, I don't need this many fried onion rings for the dinner. But if I'm eating it, I can guarantee you the kids will be eating it. So I'm going to use what I need for the Valentine's Day dinner, and then I'll just shove the rest over to the kids. I have some in the bowl over here, little offcuts or whatever didn't cut right. We're going to use those for the fried onions, and we're going to use some or all of these for the deep fried onions. I'll decide, because I just want to like lay one or two or three on top of the steak just for the pretty. But if I'm doing it for one, I'm doing it for all. Let's get the carrots all chopped up and ready to go. By the way, that's all I have left of that onion. All right, so we're going to do a roasted carrot, but we're going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to show you a little bit of a hack. Now I want to show you something. I'm always the one that says I find things in my packaged food all the time. Now, I know there's no such thing as a little carrot factory, or the carrots don't come little. But, you know, when you see things like this, you know, and there was another one, I just cut the end off it and threw it because it was a little ugly looking, but it kind of takes away the illusion of the little carrot factory. Here it is, this one. That is nowhere near looking like anything I have in here. Doesn't even look like it came from the same carrot batch. But anyway, I digress. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these lengthwise. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like more carrots get more coverage. And I'm going to try and make them about the same size. So, that. So, all the carrots, doing that. My pan is in the oven, heating up with the oven. All right, these are all done. I'm going to add them to this bowl. And we're going to move on to the next step. Ooh, one just went flying out. We lost one. We lost one. Man overboard. There it is. All right, on to the next step. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put in some, I have avocado oil because that's just what I have. Another one of those gift things that people give me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some onion powder. Okay, a little bit of garlic powder. Now I have this, it's brand new and I want to give it a go. It's called onion and garlic and sea salt, but I also have the everything bagel. You know what? I'm going to do a little of each. But that's not the trick I want to show you. The trick I want to show you is coming. Okay? I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. And then we'll take a scoop of the everything. I'm going to go with about just a palmful. Boop. Let's see what that looks like before I decide if that was enough. Give it a good mix. I'm going to open up the oven and I'm going to put these right on the pan I have in the oven and push them in there. I was pouring them out and I forgot to do the trick. Baking soda. You put a pinch of baking soda on the carrots. It has like a chemical reaction where it makes them crispier and darker in color. I've known about this trick forever. I've never done it, and we're going to find out today. So, big old pinch it is. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. That's the hack. We're going to see if it works. All right. So in this bowl, I'm going to show you a shortcut. But this has to be if you like the sweeter kind of a onion ring. I have just add water pancake mix here. Put that over there. Right here, I just have regular old flour. I'm going to add to this prepared pancake, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch, and that's going to give us a little bit of crunch. Okay. One other step I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the cornmeal. Now, you could just do just like it was. That's about maybe a teaspoon, if it's even a teaspoon. Got to add some paprika. Oop, that's enough there. A little bit of garlic, because that'll go nice with the sweet. A little bit of onion powder with the onion rings. Got to give that a whisk. Okay. That's all we're going to do, guys. Now we're going to mix this until it comes to like a batter. Like a thick batter. And this is a half a cup of water. I believe that I had 1 cup of pancake mix in there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to dip the onion ring in the flour, then into the batter, then into the hot grease. I'll get a couple in the pan first, and then I'll show you what it's looking like. Make sure when you're doing your onion rings that you pull this little membrane out. Oh, my hands look dirty. It's just from the pancake mix. I had my fingers in it. All right. So I got the oil hot. We're going to take it and dredge just plain old flour and the cornstarch. I mean, the cornstarch is in the other, right? Okay. So now that those are dredged, we're going to dip it into the flour, and then we're going to go, let me get a fork, into the oil. Alrighty, going to keep on going. Once I get these in there, I'll show you. Drain them off. All right, pardon the hands. They've been in the flour. We're going to put these in here just like that. They only take seconds to cook. I've already done a bunch of them. I'm shaking it off over here on the left. I don't know if you can see that or not, but boom. These things cook so fast. You see that one? Done already. Flip it over. And that's it. I'm doing that over and over until as many are done that I want, and I still have enough for the onions for the steaks. Look how quickly they got done. I said came done. Done. That's it. That quick. I have a whole pile going on right over there. And as soon as I take them out of the pan, I hit them with just a little bit of salt. Not a lot. Because I tasted one and they definitely needed it. Alrighty, we are done with this. All I gotta do is wash off my yucky fingers. See? And we are done. Show them all in just a minute. Boy, oh boy, they weren't lying when they said there's a lot of layers to an onion. I still have this whole bowl here for the fried onions. And there are all the onion rings. All right, so I put a little nub of butter in there. Just a nub. It's not really butter, but. And we're going to add some of the onions in there that we saved. I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? I've come this far. So I chopped up those long stringy pieces best I could to make them smaller looking. But you're going to see I have a lot of like wonky looking pieces in here. Still some. Anyway, still strong, big ones in there. Missed a few. But what I'm going to do with these, I have more, but I'm trying to hurry because dinner's coming. Everything's coming done at the same time. Oh, that one was still together. How about that? What I do when I make fried onions is I just add a little bit of butter and a little bit of the W sauce because that gives it the flavor. You know, all the steak and onion flavors I've had in this pan today, it'll be good. All right, so I'm gonna put the rest of these onions in here and we're gonna, oh gosh, I missed more of them. I missed a bunch. All right, that's good enough. That's good. So we're just gonna let them saute down. I might put another dash of butter in there, but other than that, this is what we're gonna do. We're almost done, guys, almost done. Those are done, that's how we like them. You can make yours softer or maybe not put the Worcestershire sauce in there, but that's good for us. I'm gonna take that out and keep on going. All right, this is a really weird angle I have you guys at, but I want to get into the pan. I've been using the same pan over and over again because I wanted to get the layers of flavor. The steak is the very last thing to go in because it's thin and it won't take long to cook. So we're going to do the same old, same old. Now, normally I would throw like some rosemary or some thyme in the pan, let it cook and sear it in the pan and cook it in the oven or grill it. We're not going to do all that because these things are so thin. Let me show you. It's a decent piece of steak, but it's thin. So get what you pay for, but we're still eating steak, so I don't care. There's some onion powder, same old, whoop, garlic powder. I don't know why I say whoop, because I'm going to put that much on there anyway, just not all in one spot. A little seasoned salt. I'm only going to put the seasoned salt on one side. And some pepper. And what we're going to do is I'm going to press it in. Use my spatula that I've been using for everything else today. Why dirty another one? right? The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to put some Worcestershire sauce on it. Now, I'm trying to get this pan over here smoking hot. Okay? Oh, mashed potatoes were made per the package instructions. See, it's smoking hot? That's what I wanted. Ouch. Okay? Same things on this side. We're going to do about, I'm going to say 2 or 3 minutes each side, and it's going to be done if it takes that long. I'll hit it with some Worcestershire on this side after we get a good sear on it. It'll cool the pan down real quick. I'll show you when I flip it over. Boom! Whoop. Get over there. And just another minute or 2 because this is thin and it will be done quickly. Little bit of the Worcestershire. Smoking hot. Almost done. All right, I threw a little nub of butter in there, and we're just gonna slide it around in there. We're gonna take this right out of the pan. Oh, this steak is done. All right, let me start plating everything up. There are the mashed potatoes. And there is our Valentine dinner. No, I didn't need to make all of those onion rings, but I did, because the kids are going to eat as well, and they're going to want some. And there's our plate. I'm going to meet you at the table. Happy Valentine's Day! Look at this plate of food. He's going to guess really low, but once we're done, I'm going to let him guess. They're catching on to how I spend money, but this is bone-in steak.
Okay.
Because you're not getting that for a book.
All right.
Okay? Let's start with a little bit of steak. Want some onion with it?
Yeah.
I have some steak sauce also here. I have extra onions over there too if you want them. And we have onion rings. Onion, onion, onion. I got a little piece. So did you. Ready? Let's go for a little taste. That's really good and tender. I mean, I flashed it in the pan. I don't even need steak sauce. Do you? All right. Want to try the onion ring or the carrot?
Onion ring.
Okay. Give the onion ring a taste. That's good. Would you guess that I made it with pancake mix? That's funny. All right. This is everything kind of a roasted carrot. You've never had it made this way before. Oh.
What do you need it for?
Well, when you're civilized, you do. Ready? Let's go. That's really good. Look, got me dancing. All right. Mashed potatoes are mashed potatoes. Let me get everybody fed, and we'll see what they think about it. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so here we go with this portion. As you can see, there's some powder on there, and I've already got it on my hands because I made one, and then Aiden snitched it. So what I did was I took some cocoa powder, and I took some of the powdered sugar. I was going to dip it in some chocolate, but here's the thing. The kids are like, we're full. Okay. So we're just going to make these. This is very sticky. So what I did was I threw some in here, pinch it in there, pushed it around, whoop, whoop, whoop. Then I took some out. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. I know it's kind of messy, but kind of like flouring your hands for the, when you're making dough and stuff. But that's what we're going to do. And all we're going to do with these truffles is take it and roll it around just like that. Okay? Good. It got like warmed quickly. So do it quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Put some in my hand. Boop, boop. Oh, it works out better with the, no, it's a better idea, I think. I'm going to try not to keep it in my hand that much. Just like that. Boomity boom. And I'm going to keep doing that until they're all done. All right, they're done. It made 26 of them.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
The kids are here. Eric, do you want the one with the powdered sugar or the cocoa powder?
Powdered sugar.
All right. Take yours. Aiden, you want a chocolate one?
Sure.
Okay. Tyler?
Brown, please.
I'll go with the white ones then. I'll take the little one. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Mmm. It's really good.
It tastes almost like a chocolate shake or something.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tyler?
Good.
What do you think, Aiden?
Really good.
All right. There you have it. And they everything I made for my $10 dinner, they tried. They had their own steak, but they did eat my sides that I made. And they thoroughly, well, let's ask them. What did you think about the onion rings and the fried onions? And what else did I make? Oh, the carrots.
I really liked the onion rings. The fried onions were good. And the carrots, I loved them.
Awesome. Tyler?
The onion rings were absolutely good.
And onion rings were a hit. Aiden, of the sides, what did you like? Or if you, did you, I know you liked them all, but if you had to pick the onion rings or the carrots and you had the fried onions, which ones do you like?
Onion rings.
The onion rings, yeah. That's what I thought. They were devouring them. I'm glad I overcooked the onion rings because they ate them up. Me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That steak was done in a flash. Whoop, whoop, done. And I could not believe that I had bone-in steak for 2 people and the sides and a dessert under $10. All right, well, I'm going to put these in the freezer, and when the kids want them, they can take them out and pop them in their mouth. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.